Oh, dude! What? Dude, are you pink in here?
Maybe it's Maybelline. Hey guys, it's Max.
Angelika.
And Vadim.
And today we are doing another blind camera comparison with the new Z Fold 4.
The iPhone 13 Pro Max.
And the S22 Ultra. Now, the reason why we call this an unbiased comparison is because Max went out and he took all three phones and he took a bunch of photos and he set them all up inside of this project, and we have no idea which phone took which one.
So go ahead and get a piece of paper and a pen or your phone. Play along with us and let us know what you get down in the comments.
Let's go ahead and jump in. I'm excited to hear your guys' opinions.
Well, the one on the left looks really nice, really natural. The other two look very similar.
Well, I think I'm gonna go with the right because I feel like it's the best balance of all of them. It doesn't have this blown out sky, and I also like the t-shirt texture you can see. It's kind of detailed too, so.
All right, and
All right, I got the
Z Fold. Good start.
Pretty good.
The Samsung S22 did not get chosen yet, but here is our next image.
Oh. I mean, I've gotta go with the left, man. It just pops out like these little trees or whatever. Looks really nice.
That one
Z-Fold
is
again. Wow.
another one for the Z Fold.
Hey, it's pretty good.
The one thing is it doesn't have that macro mode, which the other two have, but obviously it looks worse.
It
You'd
just
rather not
blends
have
in,
the
yeah.
macro
Worst
mode.
one.
Shoot.
And here we have
Wow.
a portrait shot of this sign.
Wow, I'm so impressed. You go, yeah, you do it.
The one on the right is
You're gonna go for the right
terrible.
one?
What happened?
I like the middle.
I like
it is
the
just
middle
so
too.
clean. There's a lot of like weird haze, whatever here.
Yeah.
It's not that sharp and it's kind of flat.
What?
Wow.
Another
Third
Z
one
Fold
for the Z Fold for me.
That's impressive.
That's
All
really
right.
good.
And we have a portrait shot right here with the long lens.
Immediately, I like the one on the left.
I'm going with the center. No, I think it looks like very natural. I feel like the one on the right, like the skin tones are kind of off. Oh, I got that.
I got an S22.
S22.
Interesting.
Nice. Here we have a portrait shot, but with some crazy tough objects indoors.
All right, this is tough, but I think I'm gonna go with the one on the very right because I feel like it's more moody. And if you look at the glow of the bulbs, it has like a really natural glow and color as well. Very sharp.
I'm actually gonna go with the center. The center and the right are both really nice, but something about the right one seems a little too over sharpened or a little too fake, while the middle one looks really natural.
So nobody likes the left one?
Nah, it's too bright, I think.
Is it also blue?
It's so blue.
It is blue, yeah. Oh,
All right.
Z-Fold.
S22.
Good shot.
Interesting.
Samsung did great. iPhone, not so much. Here we have a food shot. I'm sorry if I'm making you guys
Am I
hungry.
Yeah, I think I'm hungry.
I'm getting hungry now again.
Oh my goodness, the one
Wow,
on the
the
left
left.
looks so nice. Like that
looks-
little cinnamon,
yeah.
whatever that is. It is like perfectly sharp, and I like the colors too. It's a little bit warm.
Look how
and
like glossy that looks.
Oh,
compared
I know,
to
and the
those.
that's good. And this, I think the other two are kind of cool. Like the plate's blue, you know. Z.
Wow.
Another one for the Z
That's amazing.
Fold.
That's really good.
In our hands-on, I was very impressed with it, and with the cameras. I mean, so far it's doing good. Let's see if it gets worse. And we have our first selfie. Very tough lighting situation, as you guys
Yeah.
can see.
I've got to go with the left. I mean, if you look at the texture of the face, it's the sharpest. It's not flat like the other two are kind of like faded.
I like how natural their faces look on the right, but everything is really flat, while this is so dimensional, so I'm going with the left.
S22. That's my first one.
So with the Z Fold, you have 3 different selfie cameras you can use. This one was the 10 megapixel front one on this display, and it cannot keep up with HDR. Here we have a portrait shot, super tough because you have all that
Whoa.
webbing.
The one on the right looks really nice. I feel like I'm seeing a lot of detail, and the colors are really natural, where he looks kind of more gray on the other ones.
I think I have to agree because on the right, he's by far like the sharpest in terms of detail, and the colors really pop.
So
on the
both for
others.
right, and I'll say I was just shocked by how well this did. A year ago,
very good.
these would have had issues. Z Fold again. Oh my goodness. For
Man,
some
the cameras are
reason,
good.
I thought this was the iPhone just because, you know, the colors here are both more similar than this. That looks a lot different than the other Samsung. So here we have a landscape shot.
All right, so instantly the one on the right gets canceled. It's way too soft. Between the left and the center, it is pretty tough, but I feel like I'm gonna go with the left because the one in the center is like way
It's
over
really
sharpened.
over sharpened.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks
HDR
really
like crazy.
fake.
Yeah, it kind of looks like it has more detail, but then when you look closer, it actually doesn't. Whereas this one, the Nordstrom is almost gone.
Yep.
All right,
Oh.
and that is our original shot. So the Z Fold could do a 50 megapixel mode compared to S22, which is 108.
108, that's why.
And the iPhone's only 12. So the iPhone sucked. Definitely you get more resolution there, but S22 is king. Now here we have a telephoto shot. This is the 3 times.
The one on the right, by far, it has the best balance of shadows, face, sharpness, everything.
Yeah, these first two, there's really not much detail in them at all.
Yeah, this one's super flat. S22?
S22. Yeah, that looks natural. All the detail, almost like a DSLR shot, where the iPhone looks bad.
So
iPhone's
bad.
getting killed.
I know.
I'm not looking at your numbers yet. I almost looked, but I don't think the iPhone's doing great. So here we have a shot of our courthouse.
I think I'm going with the middle. Like if you look really close,
You can see,
look, you can see all the texture.
look at all these like shingles
Yeah.
or whatever.
The bricks, you could actually see, where here you can't. Center.
There you go. So S22,
Wow.
10 times telephoto, amazing. Z Fold is only 3 times, just like the iPhone, but it definitely looks
pretty
better.
good.
Colors too. All right, we got a portrait shot here.
I think I'm gonna go with the center because it has the best balance of the colors and she stands out from the background, whereas the one on the right, like she kind of blends in.
Oh,
And the
true.
one on the left, like the skin and the face is kind of like
little too
weird-ish,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah, I think they're all really good, but I think I agree with you. I'm going with the center.
Yeah, this looks like a balance between these two.
Yeah.
Z Fold
Fold
again.
Yeah.
I don't think it did anywhere near this good in our last year's
No,
comparison.
no, it
Oh,
I think it
Z Fold
got
3.
killed.
Yeah, the
Z
3 was
Fold
not
3.
good.
And I did update all of these to the latest software too. All right, we got an
Whoa, what is that?
ultra wide.
I like the one on the left the most. It looks natural. You can see a lot of the details in the shadows. Where here you can't.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna go with the right because if you look at her face and hair, it's the sharpest and it looks kind of more natural where the shadows are pretty dark, which I think it's like pitch black down there almost.
So you guys
I'm gonna
voted left or right. Nobody wants the middle shot.
No.
I don't blame you. And we got
Z Fold.
2 winners for the Z Fold and S22.
Samsung's
Samsung.
killing
Both
Apple.
look great. Man, all right, Apple needs the
man.
iPhone 14.
Really bad,
We're getting
yeah.
close. I know some people complain
like
like,
2
hey,
weeks.
you know, why are you guys making this gonna be a new phone? There is, but this is what's currently out. And here we have an ultra wide shot, very
Wow.
tough lighting.
I mean, I just love the one on the left. It is just so
I see a lot
sharp.
more detail.
Yeah, it's not like blown out as much. You see the detail in the rocks, in the waterfall, in that brick building.
I like the colors more on these two, but the detail difference is pretty massive.
2 for the left. And we have an iPhone.
What?
iPhone.
Hey guys, we're now surprised when iPhone wins.
Oh, yeah.
That means it's been getting destroyed so far.
Whoa. Whoa, ew, what is that? That does not look like a real
That's
picture.
not me. That's
not
my
you.
clay.
Okay. All right, this is pink. I'm choosing the right. Let's just
Yeah.
get this one over with. Just kidding.
So both for the
right,
right.
that looks amazing. Yeah.
That
All right,
looks
you guys don't
great.
want the extra detail
Oh,
in
what
the face
happened?
there compared to that?
Man.
Did you
I'm not
put
trying
a
to
filter
sway you.
on?
No filters. 0 filters.
Like a noise and whatever.
Yeah, you're
Like
right.
literally everything is bad except your face.
Yeah, maybe we could copy the face and like
Over
move
to-
it right here.
Z Fold.
What happened? Whoa, this is the iPhone?
That is the iPhone.
What did it do to your
It's
face?
reaching its limits, man. Reaching its
It's
limits.
reaching its limits. I took that photo twice because I thought it was a
Wait.
dud.
Wait.
This is a crazy situation. The Samsung decided to go for the face and said, who cares about everything else? The iPhone tried to get all of it, but it couldn't. The Z Fold destroyed because it has that mode where you can use the rear camera
That's what it is.
as your selfie.
Okay, that's what it is.
And when you do that, that sensor is way better than
Wow.
these tiny front-facing sensors. So this is something you cannot do on these other
Yep.
phones and still see yourself. So incredible. We have a portrait shot here, mixed
Oh.
lighting.
The one on the left looks so weird. There's so
Yeah.
much blurriness here, and then it's so sharp right
Oh
there.
yeah, hard
Yeah, it's like a
cutout.
sudden,
Yeah, just
massive amount of blur.
weird.
Yeah, I'm going with the right. I think it is the most natural. It has like the nice depth of field that
Yeah,
rolls
I
further into the
agree.
distance.
We
iPhone.
got one for the
iPhone.
iPhone. So the S22 is what messed up the...
Yeah, it's weird.
I don't even see this when I'm taking the pictures on the phones.
Yep.
Here, the Z Fold did better. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
Whoa.
Wow.
So what did the sky look like? Was it blue? Was it gray?
I don't think it was like that. I
Like
don't
what?
think it was like the one in the middle.
Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna go with the one on the left because I really love the sunset
Yeah,
glow
the whole glow.
Oh,
It's beautiful.
on like this
Yeah.
left side everywhere. Oh my goodness, that looks awesome. It just like glows.
Oh,
Yeah, this is
yeah.
more flat, and then the
Yeah.
sky is brighter too.
Left,
Z Fold
Fold.
4 again.
killing
Wow.
it, killing it.
I gotta be honest, I didn't think it was gonna do anywhere near this well. All right,
Okay.
we got a selfie here.
Oh, that's so interesting how the center one, the whole background is blurry, and on the right, everything is like in focus.
I'm gonna go with the center because the one on the right, I don't really like how that looks. Kind of like dark, doesn't really look natural. But the one on the left, look at all the anti-aliasing in the strands of hair.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I like the
I like
blur in the center one, but I like everything else about the right. I'm gonna go with the right one.
Yeah, you guys voted. I like the different colors in the face
The
and the
face
roll-offs.
looks really natural, really nice.
Oh, I got
Interesting.
the
iPhone.
I guess that makes sense because the iPhone has the smallest front sensor. That's where everything's in focus, whereas that has the most blur because this is using the rear camera as well, but not in a tough lighting situation.
Oh, that looks nice.
Wow. The one on the right, immediately to me.
This is a tough one. They are all very similar, but I'm gonna go with the one on the left because of how sharp her face and hair is.
I also think it's really interesting, this bar in the front, how like big and blurry it is, while these it's like so kind of sharp.
Oh wow, that doesn't.
Yeah, and all of these were with 3 times
Wow.
zoom, but the iPhone seems to zoom more. This other one seemed like fake 3 times. I don't know how to say it. Yeah, we got another shot here, backlit against the sun. It's flaring the lens as well.
This is a hard one.
You guys keep saying that these are hard ones, which is a good thing because all of these cameras
Are good.
are doing a really good job.
I think I'm leaning more towards the one on the right.
Yep, me too. I like it too. I like how the face looks more natural in
Yeah,
terms of the colors
A
and
little more
stuff.
natural.
Yeah, there's a lot of detail too. Looks like a DSLR shot, the most like it. S22 Ultra.
Whoa.
Wow.
It's almost like there's 3 different sunsets.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm gonna
Why
go
makes it
with the left. I like how
Yeah.
the sunset is really glowing. The other two, they're
They
not
look
glowing.
blue. Even these trees look blue.
Yeah, it's like the highlights
Oh, yeah.
are cut down to a certain level of like grayness, where this has
Yeah.
aspects of really bright glowing colors, and also I like the overall color and detail everywhere. Yeah.
iPhone 1. To me, it was interesting that the older Samsung S22 Ultra completely got rid of this
that?
color. This has a little bit,
Yeah.
but that one just crazy. So obviously this is a selfie shot with all the cameras.
In the center failed.
Yeah,
It's
these-
like super gray.
It's so weird to me how different each of these are.
I'm gonna go with the one on the right. I feel like it's the
Definitely
most
the
natural
right.
because if you look on the left, it feels like there's just
So much
over
shadows.
sharpening everywhere in his shirt and his hair. Yeah.
And this is
Right.
already starting to get dark, very end of sunset. And we have one for the iPhone. Is that the first selfie it won?
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Maybe. Oh, that's
Whoa.
cool. I mean, this is easy. Look at
The
that.
one on
That
the
is
left?
awesome. Yeah, the one on the left looks amazing. You got glow from the
Yeah.
sunset
Oh,
everywhere.
Yeah, you guys probably already know what that one
Yeah.
is from the previous shots, but iPhone again.
looks really
Hey, it's starting to get some
It's
points.
catching up
That's really
as
good,
it gets
yeah.
darker.
So it looks like just the dynamic range in some of these shots,
Yeah.
with the main camera at least, it looks great.
Wow.
Whoa. Man, why is that left one so blue and purple? Everywhere. The trees, it's all gray, blue.
Yeah.
And maybe we're living on
shoot.
another planet.
I've got to go with the center. I love all the glow, the sunset. I like how it brought up the plants
good
here.
point.
Yeah, the
all
bow
this
curve.
really
Yeah,
looks
more
nice.
contrast here.
Natural too, yeah.
Z Fold
Fold.
again.
Wow.
I'm very surprised
Nice.
how
That's very
the
good.
Z Fold on a lot of these hard shots is doing better than S22 Ultra.
Yeah.
Both Samsung, same tuning, but it's just doing a better job consistently. Okay, we got a night shot here.
This one really chooses to bring everything up a lot.
To me, this is easy. It's easily the one on the right because everything pops out separately. Here, everything kind of blends in. It's the same kind of contrast levels.
Yeah.
The lamp is nice and clean.
Yeah, I don't like how this one brings it up so much to where you can't tell if it's day or night.
Yeah,
and
it's
that,
definitely
that
night.
flaring is a
Yeah.
little
Oh,
crazy.
true. I love hearing you guys' opinions. You guys
Yeah.
notice stuff that
You
I'm
know.
not even seeing at first. So good
Right.
job. So both for the
Clean.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
S22
Wow.
Ultra. Hey, it's redeeming itself from
That's-
those other
that's pretty
shots.
good.
Now that it's getting really dark.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Friggles.
This place was super
Wow.
blue, like it commands attention when you're driving by, so I had to pull over.
I mean, I love the one in the center. I love how it's a little bit dark, but like the glow
really
of
stands
the
out,
neon
yeah.
sign just looks so nice and clean.
S22.
Interesting.
And this is an ultra wide shot here.
Wow.
Because it's a sidewalk and a street of crazy traffic, so really nice. We have this inside shot, very low lighting here. It was very dark.
I'm gonna choose the one in the center because I like how it's brought up and it's nice and bright. It's also the most detailed out of all of them.
Yeah, now that I'm looking at like these stickers or whatever, they definitely do look like there's a lot more detail than on the left one, and the right one is just so dark.
iPhone.
Yeah, it's interesting how it brought
cool.
everything up so much brighter, brighter than in real life, but it is the shot that I think looks best too. We got nighttime, it's really dark, portrait shot on all of them.
The left one is so flat. She completely blends in with the back.
I would say for me, the one on the right is the most clean because the one in the center, you're getting some like haze or glare.
I think I'm actually gonna go with the center despite that. I feel like her face looks a lot more natural when this one is just a little too shadowy for me.
2 for Samsung, 0 for iPhone. Yeah, that one looks pretty bad.
Yeah.
This is a nighttime shot with a bunch of different lights, different colors.
Man.
Okay, what I don't like is you have all this very strong reflections from the. It's like very,
I think
Stands
we
out
already
like
know
crazy.
what that is already. We have
Yeah,
experience
probably,
with this annoying feature.
Yep. And I do
It's
know
tough.
that I'm choosing the one on the right.
Okay, yeah, I don't like how this one looks a little too over sharpened. Well, this one looks not over
And this is pretty flat too.
S22.
Wow.
And it's interesting how this has terrible reflections.
Yeah,
really
really
This
bad.
has some, but you don't notice it much. And the fold has the very least. They're so subtle, but this is just bad. This is an ultra wide. There are a few relatives
Wow.
hiding in the shot.
Wait, what? Wait, more?
You didn't see it?
Oh, I was distracted by how dark everything
Yeah.
here is. Like, what is happening?
Yep, that is true.
Spot an Elon.
Yeah,
I
no,
see him up
see
there.
him.
Yeah. This is easy for me, man. This is easy.
What are you choosing?
Is it
Right,
the
the one on the
left?
left is super soft everywhere, right? The one on the right
Really?
gets way too dark back there.
And this
You
is all
can barely
weird,
notice them.
jumbled.
Yeah.
The one in the center is the best balance. Z fold.
2 for Samsung again. So even the ultra wide on the Z Fold is doing great. Oh, what is that? Whoa. This is I don't know, like Cinderella or Rapunzel? Whose tower is it? I don't know.
Rapunzel.
Potato. Just kidding.
Okay, which potato cam did it best?
I mean, this is garbage. This is straight trash.
But so is this.
Look, it looks like it's 8-bit, bro. It's like 8-bit.
I mean, obviously this one has the most detail, but well.
I mean, I like, the thing is that,
Do you?
I don't know. I mean, the tower looks the best. However, everything is destroyed. You can't even tell where this is, what's going on. You just see a
true.
tower. Here, you actually can tell that, hey, there's some
Yeah.
trees, there's some cars,
the
there's some stuff
right.
going on. The right, I think.
Yep.
S22
Wow.
1.
What happened with the Z Fold, man?
My guess is that the Z Fold probably used the main sensor for this 10 times crop, and that's why it just looks so terrible.
Interesting.
The
Wow.
iPhone had probably used a 3X,
Yep.
but it's very dark with that lens.
Interesting.
Man.
It has more detail than this 10X lens, but that's because
Yeah.
this 10X lens also doesn't do great at night. All of them kind of suck. And we have this shot of Noah.
Whoa.
Well,
Okay.
left.
Yeah, I'm also gonna go with the left. I don't like any of them, really.
Yeah.
The one on the right, I like how his face looks here, but it's just too dark.
Really?
Like his shirt, everything's too dark, and you have all the artifacts and everything here.
There's no detail on the right
The one in the center is way too flat, so left, I think, is the best
I
balance.
think the left does the best in terms of like detail with his face and hair. If I could take this and plop it onto that, because
Yeah.
the whole background,
Yeah,
everything
choose
else
that.
looks the most natural.
We need multiple
Yeah,
phones
that's
in our
good.
pockets and Photoshopping. S22,
S22.
we got the point. I think the iPhone probably is still using a 3 times lens, which is why it's like we have more compression, the colors, but the low light, it's pretty terrible. This is an ultra wide, very dark outside, beautiful
Man.
Spokane, one of our best features.
Well, I don't like the one on the right. It's really flat, it's really gray, a lot less detail. I see a lot more detail, I think, on the left, but I like the colors and the balance in the center one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the center as well. It looks the most natural, clean. warm lights. The one on the left has tons of artifacts and just blotchiness in the sky especially, and all the lights are just smeared.
I don't know, these lights look smeared
Well,
to
there
me.
is a little bit of glare,
There's
but
so
that's
much
still
more
the best.
detail here.
I don't know.
I'm gonna say left.
You going left? Okay.
Left and center, we have
iPhone.
Z Fold and iPhone. So it seems like the iPhone has just been doing great with colors.
Yeah.
Even at night or in the day or at sunset, it gets the colors right and kind of true to it. This was
Wow.
super dark. This is with the main lens doing some astro photography. Or attempting to. We don't have any pixels here. We probably would know what the results would be with the pixel,
Yeah.
but
That's in the next video.
that is in the
Yeah.
next video.
I have to say left.
Yep, I agree.
This is horrible, and
Yeah.
this is also horrible.
Yep, so this one's terrible. It's all smeared and blurry. And between these two, I looked at this little area here. It's definitely more detail
Oh, yeah,
here.
you're right.
So that's how
Like,
you
look
can
at
easily
this
tell.
grass. It doesn't look like
Yeah,
grass at
that's
all.
true. That's true. Left.
S22 Ultra. Yeah, the iPhone here was a 30
Wow.
seconds,
It's gonna
which
be
is the max
close.
it will
Yeah.
do. But I think the clouds are just moving too much, and it created
It
that.
looks so
I mean,
bad.
kind of. It's a cool effect.
Yeah.
But yeah, these did a quicker shot. And our last shot,
Whoa!
this is like no light.
I mean, center. It's got to be the center.
So do you go with the one that's the most bright or the most like detailed?
Oh,
I mean, look at this,
good
dude.
point.
It looks like crap. Just kidding.
I
Look
mean-
at all the artifacts here, and like, it just, you can't even tell what's going on. Here, you're like, hey, I see a grill, another grill, and a light. If you swipe and you see this photo, you just keep swiping. Yeah, I'm going to
So which
center.
one is the worst one?
That
Wow.
one on the right?
There you go. S22 is the worst. iPhone is
Oh,
the
man.
brightest. So it can do a great job when it's crazy dark.
Crazy.
Most of these night mode shots, that I mentioned it in the previous one too, the iPhone will do like 1 or 2 seconds, whereas the other ones will do 4 seconds, 5 seconds, 6 seconds. But when it gets crazy dark, the iPhone will decide to like, hey, let's bump it up. We need it, and you get a result like that. So there you guys go.
Wow.
Hopefully that you guys enjoyed it and that was fun. Go ahead and comment down below. Let us know what you voted for, what scores you got, or at least if you didn't do that, what surprised you the most between the differences between these phones, and how do you think the Z Fold did? Did it do better than you expected? All right, guys.
Okay.
Okay, Nika, you go first. You go first.
Nika, what'd you
Okay.
get?
Well, for me, the S22 won with 15,
Oh.
followed by the Fold with 11, and then iPhone with 9.
iPhone lost.
iPhone lost.
iPhone lost.
I also got 9 for the iPhone, so it lost by far.
But-
However, for the brand new Fold, I got 13.
Okay.
Okay.
Somebody
And
do
for
the math quick.
For the S22, I got 13. It's
13.
a tie.
So,
Tie between the two
Yep,
Samsungs.
that's crazy.
And iPhone got
Lost.
a tie
With 9
with
each.
the
as the
losing.
loser.
Yeah,
Wow.
so I think it's the only thing that the iPhone's
Crazy.
still good at is some of the colors and maybe portraits sometimes
Yes,
because
yeah.
of colors.
Yep.
Other than that, it is worse in every way.
Everywhere.
than
12
these-
megapixels
these
again.
Samsungs. 12 megapixels again. We'll see what happens
It's gonna change here
with
in a
these
couple
new iPhone
weeks,
14s come out.
I can't believe how good the Fold is.
I
Like,
can't
Yeah.
believe how
what
good
kind
it
of
is too.
sorcery did Samsung do this year?
I know a lot of people, including
mean-
myself, after the announcement, I was disappointed. It's almost the same thing. But after using it, we
Wow.
tested it out in our previous comparison. If you guys didn't see that, we will link in the description and at the end. Check out the hands-on comparison. It did great. And obviously the cameras hold their
Wow.
own now.
And it's
Yeah.
$2,000.
And it's $2,000. And it's $2,000. But you get an under-display camera too. Come on, I'm just
That is
joking.
actually
It's
good
very
now.
expensive. Obviously, there's a lot of cost going into doing these multiple screens and all that stuff. But before, the cameras were a downside. You spend $2,000, the cameras would
Oh,
be
yeah.
noticeably
Yeah,
worse
that's true.
than spending half that.
That's true.
But now you're spending $2,000. At least you know that you don't have sucky cameras.
Yes, not really a sacrifice. Yeah.
So we're also going to be doing the flip
Yep.
against the iPhone 13 and the Pixel 6a. None of those have telephoto cameras. So if you guys want to see that, make sure you guys click that subscribe button above. Check out one of those great videos right over there. And we will see you guys in the next one.